Oh, yes, recording. I got interrupted beforehand, but that's okay. You have that copy too, haha. Anyway, so we're gonna try this once again. Okay. No fireworks were heard that day because the white noise, the light before, wore our ears to a bloody bone. And now all we see are bright bombs exploding in a brilliant summer night, and this high frequency of a deafening ringing deep between my ears, surpassing the drums, heading straight for the farthest recesses of an unchartered mind. Left behind from a wild night, the soft silhouette of shadowy imprint left just so memory wouldn't forget. A mirrored fog condensation with a short message to remind you what you represent. Silence is overrated, and words are loud and unexpected, explaining nothing and thoughts rejected. And lights tease with inaudible dancings in the sky's big screen, panoramic performance of people remembering a history of hypocrisy, of false promises and empty alibis, all blend to become an exploding lullaby, our mistakes, if only for one patriotic evening, becoming overshadowed by our foolish pride. And nostalgia redeems once again, and looking back I see the reason for evenings such as these. To shed light on our own private histories, or one day to pretend that our triumphs are greater than our tragedies. Each citizen coming equipped with their own personal story, none are identical, but all render a similar reverence. Ringing as loud as my ears, pulsing with beats that even my heart envies, collective effort of appreciation undeniable for our freedom from captivity. Our expression executed through this ritualistic celebration some would call a worthless tradition. It would be nothing more than foolish arrogance to pretend that we are too diluted to recognize a miracle of survival and evolving in the face of a world surrounding rivals. This moment of unintentional silence is for the wars fought regardless of their outcome. The true inspiration is derived from the fact that we even decided to try. War is pointless and pathetic, and I will not honor it with the privilege of claiming credit for the beauty of our playground called American society, that I accredit to our cultural desire to save our own lives and preserve the dream that started it all. The freedom from fascist chains and dictators' furrowing brows is a powerful incentive that entices immigrants to seek solace here. And despite our differences, we are determined to rise above our prejudices and drowsily discriminate. For to segregate ourselves would leave us a minority, because the majority of Americans preach a moral story. The title of this ongoing saga, absent of a glamorous glory, is simply known as tolerance. Live by it or find another person to persecute, because an American will slap with a fucking lawsuit. So welcome to America. Life doesn't get much controversially better, but whatever. Oh say can you see, oh say can you read, oh say wasn't that clever. St. Patrick's Plea. Yeah, the Patriots begging Americans to realize what exactly independence means to everyone. Not just the ones who have money for hot dogs and, Bud Light tailgating. Oh, that's fun too. Nashville actually played Tora Amos last year. During 4th of July. It was kind of cool. I was like the only person in the crowd singing. They're like, "What is this girly music?" I'm like, yeah, good music." Sleeps with Butterflies, You think it would have come with a better song, but she's not really, I don't know. All her patriotic music is basically, what a religious right would call political blasphemy. In other words, freedom of speech. Not only that, but political accuracy. Because everyone's got a fucking opinion. That's the problem with fucking Washington, D.C. is the fact that no one can agree on anything. Tea Party, shove it. Oh, what's her face? That bitch that I hate so much. She came to Nashville. I swear she did. I thought she wanted to kill me. I thought she was hell-bent on destroying democracy. I thought she was hell-bent on that shit too. Very powerful speech, but arrogant, very arrogant. Kind of like, she's addicted to her her aesthetic persona, and without that she really wouldn't have any followers whatsoever, because her political policies are that lacking. I'm just kind of since when did Washington become I don't know, a sitcom or a soap opera? Since when did the expensive suits and fashion and hair and makeup. Since when is that what the American populace dictates as being, what we should listen to and what we should adhere to? I don't understand why, physical beauty equivocates to political correctness. I don't get that at all. She was a vicious, evil person who knew nothing about policies whatsoever. She's so right wing Tea Party, and I'm not a very liberal. I mean, as far as that's concerned, I keep that kind of stuff to myself because I don't want to agree with the people who, to me, are the enemy in a good way. But she wasn't even inspiring debate. She wasn't inspiring thought whatsoever. She's like, this is the way that it's going to be, this is the way that it should be, eradicate this, and to hell with the future as long as the rich remain rich, and you don't dive into my pocketbooks, was essentially the premise of the speech itself. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but yeah, that's just the way that, and people clapped afterwards. In her walk off the stage was just kind of like, I could just see where she's like, plotting where she's going to go out to eat and have a really overpriced dinner. Kind of like, I don't know. And there wasn't anyone else to represent the opposing side of the argument. What the fuck was that bitch's name? It wasn't Sarah Palin either. I mean, she's witty and outdoorsy and stuff, but she is not that vehement, insidious, and poisonous as far as speeches are concerned. She's just a pacifist, really, all she is. She's just one of those, people that tell them what they want to hear all the time. Which I kind of respect that, I mean, at least it's digestible information as opposed to just being outright, fuck the American people, fuck this program, fuck that program, fuck helping these people out, yada 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 yada. And it's kind of just like, I wonder if someone put a hidden camera in your life and just kind of followed you around for a day and see if any of those morals and ethics and political correctness actually remains true. If you actually remain sound, if you actually remain consistent. And I mean, I would love to see it. Flanders and all. I mean, really. I don't know. Her bright red dress is not going to save her from being under a microscope. I really don't believe the American people can buy into that shit. That quickly, anyway. I don't believe they can. I mean, can you imagine Tea Party movement again? Like, again? I mean, what's next? Prohibition? Good God, I mean, the Republicans' idea of good, a good day is sneaking this bottle of whiskey into his desk. Like, I don't know. It's just very hypocritical. It's very hypocritical. I wish I remember her fucking name. Oh, she was such a bitch. She was such a bitch. Oh, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And I hope you're watching right now, damn it. I'm fucking shit. I'm not really angry at you at all. I just wish that you had your facts straight. And you had some degree, some sense of, like, when you said this is how America's going to have to be, this is the next America, this is how, if we want to keep our country, and you weren't even like insinuating if you want to keep it like civil and keep it like progressive. You're just saying you want to take it back a few notches and make it like extremely kind of oppressive almost. I don't see how oppression of American people would be a good thing, because money does not set you free whatsoever. That is a common misconception by most politicians, including you and your really bad dye job.